I can. Thanks. Sorry for interrupting.
Sure, sorry about that, everybody. All right, well, welcome to the webinar, everyone. Again, my name is Jillian Buckholz. I'm the STARS Program Coordinator, and what that means is that I do a lot of the education, outreach, and customer service for the STARS program. I'm going to bring this webinar to all of you today. If you've ever emailed stars@aashe.org or given us a call, I've probably been the person that you've spoken with, and maybe we've met at one of our training events as well, AASHE 2010 or one of our other conferences. It's Earth Week, as all of you know, and April, as I like to say, is Earth Month. I'm sure many of you have a lot of things coming up this week to celebrate, as well as on actual Earth Day, which is April 22nd this year. I just wanted to highlight Earth Week during this presentation, so I'll quickly go over the agenda, and we'll just do a little introduction to Earth Week and see what some of the institutions are doing around the U.S. We're also going to talk about the STARS Annual Review. AASHE launched the STARS Annual Review just last week, and I'd like to share some highlights about that with you. We're also going to go through some tips for maximizing your STARS experience. These tips come from participating institutions as well as feedback AASHE has received from schools like yours. And then after that, we'll have some time for Q&A. So it's Earth Week. Happy Earth Week, everyone. For over 40 years, Earth Day has inspired and mobilized individuals and organizations worldwide to demonstrate their commitment to environmental protection and sustainability, something that should definitely be commended. A lot of institutions across the country are doing great things for Earth Day, Earth Week, and Earth Month. Things from creek cleanups to special events, speaker series, integrating special projects and programs into courses and curriculum. There are a lot of different ways that institutions are highlighting what they're doing, and I just wanted to recognize that since it is April. Also, since it's Earth Week, I'm sure a lot of you are really busy with planning and programming, so this webinar might be a little bit shorter than our regular webinars, maybe a little bit less than an hour, so that you can get back to all of those special events. STARS data displays are the next thing I want to talk about. Essentially, I'm going to take you to the STARS website now. One way to maximize the STARS experience one way to maximize your STARS experience is to be a STARS participating institution. There are a lot of things that you can do and things that AASHE can help you do to really get the most out of being a participant. And as I mentioned, the STARS data displays are one thing I'd like to look at. If any of you participated in our webinar last month, you got an inside look at the STARS data displays, and I can show you where that information is in case you'd like to see the video. When you're at the STARS website and you go to the STARS institutions link here at the top in the toolbar, this will take you into our dashboard and where all of the STARS institution information is on the website. Well, this is loading here. I can share with you that on the dashboard that you'll see here first has a map of several of the institutions that are participating in STARS. So you'll definitely get recognition as a participant all over our website and through a lot of outreach materials we put together. STARS participants illustrate their commitment to sustainability every day by being involved in the STARS program. These institutions receive positive recognition for their involvement. They also are considered leaders in sustainability, and here I'll show you all the institutions on our website. They have the opportunity to streamline reporting on their campus, so they may begin measuring their efforts and benchmarking these efforts over time. These institutions can use STARS to identify their strengths and areas for improvement, assisting in setting sustainability goals and helping to identify new ways to move forward in sustainability. STARS participants also create a strong campus community because STARS requires inputs really from all entities on campus during the data collection process. STARS participants also have the opportunity to incorporate STARS into the curriculum as new learning and teaching tools. In addition, STARS participants have the opportunity to benchmark with their peers by using data in the data displays on our website. So again, this is a list of all of our STARS participants. We have over 270 at this time, which is really exciting, with more and more schools registering and completing their STARS reports all the time. So I just want to make sure I get through this entire list, which as you can see is pretty long. And some of you might be wondering what the blue linked institutions are, and those are all the institutions that have completed their STARS reports. You can click on this link and go directly to the institution's STARS report on our website. So I'm just going to quickly scroll back up to the top here, and I mentioned the data displays. I'm going to go through those now with you so you can see exactly what they are and the functionality of them and how they can really help institutions maximize their experience. Being involved with STARS requires a lot of data collection, and not only is all of that data put into a STARS report that's publicly available on our website, it's also displayed in the data displays where you can play with the information and look at different schools and what they're doing and how they're doing in the different areas. These data displays enhance the understanding of sustainability efforts of STARS participants with different analytic perspectives on STARS reports. There are 4 data displays, and they include the dashboard, which we looked at originally. The dashboard, again, shows you the map of participating institutions, and it also shows some different graphs and illustrations here that give an overview of STARS ratings, STARS reports, and STARS score. Anyone can access this information. It's definitely available to the public if you're interested in coming here and learning more. The category display, which is another tab here under the STARS institution link on our website. The category display is available to all AASHE members and STARS participants, and this display provides average scores for the groups of institutions that share characteristics selected by a user. So I selected to look at STARS rating as a type of characteristic, and I wanted to look at all of the bronze ratings. And then here I can see this table below, look at all the institutions and how they're doing, all the bronze rated institutions and how they're doing in the different categories of STARS. The content display, which is the tab over here on the far right, is also available to AASHE members and STARS participants. This display provides exact responses to specific report fields in institutions' STARS reports. So again, you can filter by the different characteristics here, choosing specific characteristics, and also looking at specific sections of the STARS technical manual and data of these institutions' STARS reports. The score display is only available to AASHE participants, so I'm sorry, to STARS participants. So I'm giving you a sneak peek at that right now. And this display provides institutions scores for particular categories, subcategories, and credits of interest. Again, if you are a STARS participant, you have access to this page. And if you're not, and you're really interested in learning more about the data displays and their functionality, I know I'm just giving a brief overview now, go to the News and Events link on our website here up on the toolbar, and go over to the STARS webinars and check out the Introduction to the STARS Data Displays webinar, which happened February 2011, February 22nd to be exact. And you can look at the detailed presentation of the webinar content, and you can also watch a video where myself, Margot Hutchins, the STARS reporting coordinator, and Ben Stuckey, the STARS web developer, walk through the functionality of the STARS data displays. You'll get a lot more information about these data displays here. I mentioned earlier the STARS annual review and how it's recently been launched by AASHE. To see the STARS annual review, you can go to the About page of the STARS website and then go into the Overview section in the left-hand toolbar and click on the 2010 STARS annual review link. Here you can see the STARS annual review, a brief description, as well as download the PDF of the document. The STARS annual review really is a review of the past year and all of the things that we've been doing, and in particular the STARS program and what the staff have been putting together, but more importantly the institutions that are participating. So this is another way to maximize your experience when participating in the STARS program, because all of the highlights will be put into this review, and it's possible that your institution will be highlighted, or you'll just gain valuable information by being part of something, being part of STARS and seeing just an overview of STARS and everything that's been happening. 37 institutional STARS reports were represented in this annual review. 8 of those institutions received a gold STARS rating, 19 received a STARS silver rating, 9 received a STARS bronze rating, and 1 received a STARS reporter rating. Highlights include 7 of the 8 STARS Gold institutions scored more than 17 of the 18 possible points in the co-curricular education subcategory, which focuses on non-academic programming that supports sustainability learning. On average, over half, 58% of the applicable points in the water subcategory were earned by STARS participants. Also, 10 institutions out of the 37 included in the STARS review earned 100% of the points available in both the diversity and affordability subcategory and the coordination and planning subcategory, which together include a total of 13 sustainability indicators. That's really great, something to really highlight and commend those institutions for doing. A total of 71 sustainability innovations were reported. That's nearly 2 per institution that completed a STARS report. The majority of the institutions sharing their scores earned points for at least 80% of the credits in the dining and services subcategory, and a total of 10 institutions earned 100% of the points in 2 of the PAE subcategories, diversity and affordability and coordination and planning. Again, I highly recommend that you download the STARS report and give it a good read. There's some great information in there, and it really is a beautiful document. And this ties back into Earth Day. I mean, really, this report is illustrating the sustainability commitment that these institutions have made by registering for STARS and the commitment that they've made to their institution by really putting sustainability in the forefront and incorporating that into everything they do on their campus to help educate our future leaders. Now that we've had a chance to look at the STARS review, I'm going to take us back to the PowerPoint and just quickly go over some tips. Again, these tips are pieces of information that were brought to AASHE from participants like yourself or just the general public, and there are also some things that were mentioned directly in the STARS annual review. The first one I want to share is having one main person be the point of contact. This is something DePaul University pointed out, and I think it's a really good tip. Essentially, choosing one main person to be the point of contact or STARS liaison for your institution can really help minimize any confusion that might be going on regarding the data collection on your campus. It's really important to make sure this person is the appropriate person, the person that's really going to be involved with STARS, because all of the information that AASHE sends out to institutions participating in STARS is directly sent to this STARS liaison. The second tip, and I should also say these are in no particular order, the second tip is to engage student groups or student interns. Indiana University Bloomington pointed this out to AASHE as well. Students are what I like to call renewable energy. They're really excited, and although they might only be at your institution for a small amount of time, new students are always coming in as students are graduating and going on to bigger and better things. So you can definitely harness this renewable energy when you work with students. STARS is also a great learning tool. It's an experience that these students might not normally get just by coming to school and going to their courses and participating in extracurricular activities. It really engages them and helps them to learn what's going on their campus and also how to act professionally and responsibly when gathering data. Also, dividing up responsibilities for the STARS data collection can really minimize the time spent. So having teams of students that can help with that will really help maximize your experience. The third tip is to set goals and create a timeline. Once your institution registers for STARS, it has 12 months to complete the data reporting, and we recommend that you utilize all of the time that you do have available to you. Plan out your data collection strategies, but also give yourself time for data entry into the reporting tool, and give yourself time to review the overall STARS report before it's submitted. I think sometimes people think the data collection is going to take so much time, they forget that reviewing all the information and getting everything into the tool is also something to factor in to that timeline. Leverage STARS as a strategic planning tool to develop a campus sustainability network. And this was a tip from Pacific Lutheran University. They recommend using STARS as a vehicle to connect with individuals and departments on campus that may not consider themselves associated with sustainability. This is a great way, again, to create on-campus collaboration and really strengthen the community of sustainability champions at your school. Use STARS to celebrate successes and fill in the gaps to strengthen sustainability efforts. Another tip from IU Bloomington. STARS goes beyond just collecting and documenting data. It can be used to strengthen and accelerate sustainability efforts. Who are the key stakeholders? Are there gaps? Identify the gaps and then engage key people to fill in these areas. Take advantage of the sustainability structure of your institution. What do you already have in place? Is there a sustainability committee? Maybe there's a faculty person that's really championing a course in sustainability. Maybe there are some staff that are doing some great work outside of an organized committee that could help spearhead an effort like STARS. Really use the avenues that you have to help get you started. And communicate your achievements. You can post things to the AASHE blog or the AASHE campus discussion forums. Also, if you are a STARS participant, in the My Resources section of the reporting tool, we have a template press release that you're welcome to use and edit to help communicate your achievements. I think a lot of times we're really great at doing things on our campus, but we're not really great at sharing all of that. So STARS is a way to help communicate your efforts, not only with template press releases and things like that, but we also do put your report publicly on the website. So you can share it with prospective students, you can share it with prospective parents, your alumni associations, your community. It's a really great way to get the word out about what you've been doing with sustainability, and we highly encourage that you do share that with those different avenues. Take advantage of the AASHE resources. The Interactive Resource Center that's on the AASHE website, www.aashe.org, is a great place to get sustainability resources and use them to help you work your way through STARS. There's also that My Resources section, the STARS reporting tool for STARS participants, as I mentioned before. Also, provide feedback to improve the system. We take your feedback seriously, and really STARS was built by folks like you from the higher education community for the higher education community. So we need your feedback to help build the system and strengthen it and enhance it so that's really useful for you over time. So you can always email us at stars@aashe.org. The program is a work in progress, and we do need your help to enhance the system, so we look forward to your feedback. And also, you can reach out to us to provide your feedback, but also reach out to us if you have questions or comments. The AASHE staff and the STARS staff are attentive and really want to help out the schools that are participating in our program, so feel free to contact us at any time. I should also mention regarding number 8, taking advantage of AASHE resources, that the AASHE bulletin comes out weekly and the STARS update comes out monthly, and these are two great resources to learn not only about what's going on in campus sustainability, but also what other institutions are doing and for specific information about particular AASHE programs. So now I'm going to open it up to questions. We talked about some great things about how to maximize your experience. Being a STARS participant, you get that STARS report finished and up on the website. You have a chance to communicate these things with your community. You can use the data displays, and you can see your efforts in the annual review, as well as all of those tips that I've mentioned to really help this be not only a great internal experience for your campus, but also an external experience for everyone in your community that is affected by the things your campus does. So I'm going to open it up right now to some questions. Feel free to type your questions into the questions pane, and I'll make sure to answer those. The first question coming in here is about STARS and other rating and ranking systems. So how is STARS working with other rating and ranking systems to eliminate survey fatigue? And this is a great question. And I think everyone out there should know that STARS has been in discussions with SEI, as well as the Princeton Review and Sierra Magazine, about how we can help alleviate this survey fatigue that a lot of sustainability professionals are dealing with. And those conversations have been happening, are happening, and there's a lot of discussion about how we can collaborate with each other. There's nothing in place quite yet, but these conversations are happening. Everyone's been in touch with each other, and we hope that we'll have something in the near future to share with folks about how they can minimize their survey fatigue and really have a collective place for all of this information for these different rating and ranking systems to use. How long does it take to complete a STARS report? That's a really good question. So this is going to vary by institution. Unfortunately, I don't have a specific number of hours I can give you, although if you are an institution that's participating in STARS and have recently completed your STARS report, you'll be sent a post-submission survey, and we ask this question in the survey because we want to know how long it's taking folks. It's a question that comes up often, so if you haven't had a chance to complete that survey, please do, or if you have, folks should know that once we get a substantial amount of surveys back in and a good data set, then we can share the experience that these other institutions have been having. But I think it just really varies by institution, and I think that it's going to depend on a lot of things: your size, how many people are working on STARS, were you a pilot participant and you can use some of that data, you're starting from scratch. So institutions have 12 months to report, and we hope they utilize all of that time. Got another question coming in here. Oh, sorry. I'm going to go back to our website here while I answer some questions. This question is, how critical are the URLs for reporting? For some credits, some areas have some information online, but sometimes that's not the case. Any suggestions, further insight? Thank you. Well, you're welcome. Hopefully I can give you a good answer. One of the great things about STARS is how transparent it is. So in the credits, in the STARS technical manual, where we're asking for URLs, we're hoping that institutions will be as transparent as the STARS credits are. We really hope that you're doing a lot of the things that the credits are outlining, but also publicly showing that you're doing those things. So I'd say the URLs are very important. For some credits they're required, and for some credits they're optional. So it seems that it's not too difficult to get something up on your institution's website, so we'd highly recommend talking to your IT folks and getting that information out there. It might seem like a minor thing that might take a little time and you don't want to spend some time on it, but it's really important to get the information out to the public about what you're doing. Again, it's a transparency issue, and so we like to think those URLs are very important, and we hope that you'll be able to post those for folks to see what you're doing. Okay. Oh, someone just sent in a comment. This is really great. They say, a good thing happened when I met with our diversity person for PAE Credit 9. She was so excited to know that her newly developed program was being recognized. It was very encouraging to know that this report really did connect me with others on such a heartening level. Great. That's great to hear. I mean, that's definitely something we've been hearing from a lot of folks, that, you know, it really does create cross-campus collaboration when folks start using STARS. It's a full campus effort, from high up administrators to you know, the students that come into the classes every day. So I'm really glad. Thanks for sharing that. The next question is, if your campus already tracks sustainability metrics and publishes an annual report to communicate with stakeholders and encourage progress, what can participating in STARS add to the existing process? That's a good question. What STARS is doing is creating a set list of metrics to measure sustainability efforts on your campus. And this set list of metrics is uniform for every institution that participates in the STARS program. So for the first time, you have institutions reporting on all three aspects of sustainability: equity, economics, and the environment. They're reporting in all three of these areas, doing it, measuring the same type of information, publicly reporting it on the STARS website, and then also this allows for friendly comparisons between what institutions are doing. So not only are we sharing this information publicly so that institutions can learn from each other and really move forward the sustainability efforts on their campus, but we're also providing a tool so that people can begin benchmarking their data with each other. And so it's really a way to show progress over time. I have talked to some institutions that are doing their own thing on their campus, and that's great. I think It's really wonderful that schools are making this a priority. But if you're doing it on your own campus in isolation, it's not as easy to really compare yourselves with other institutions to see what the best practices are and the lessons learned, and to move forward to really enhance your experience and build on that over time. So I'd encourage your institution to sign up for STARS, not only to be part of all of these metrics that are uniform across the system, but also to be able to share with the higher education community and get recognition outside of the institution for their efforts in sustainability. Thanks for that question. The next question is, what's the typical number of people working on this at each school? We're going to be a first-time reporter, and so far it's just me and 2 undergraduate interns who have not been as committed as hoped. Thanks for that question. I mean, again, this is something that really varies from campus to campus. Essentially, I've seen a lot of different models. I've seen one person in the sustainability office spearheading everything. I've seen faculty that are incorporating this into their coursework to get all the data collected. I've seen graduate students taking this on as a graduate project. I've also seen sustainability committees that have been organized by administrators doing everything, as well as, you know, student interns participating as well. So, I mean, unfortunately, there hasn't been one model. It's really varied across institutions, but I think what I would recommend for you is to go to the AASHE Campus Sustainability Discussion Forums. That's www.aashe.org/forums, and choose a category that you feel is appropriate to put up a post and really ask what strategies worked for folks participating in the STARS that might have been in the same same situation as yourself. I think that'll be a great way to get feedback from the higher ed community. And I'd also recommend just utilizing all of the time you have. I think when we look at STARS as a whole, it can seem daunting and like a lot of work, you know. But when you take a step back and do it piecemeal, part by part, I think it's going to be an easier way to walk through all of the credits than by looking at it as a big picture. Also, I think pulling the low-hanging fruit first is a good idea. Go through the credits, figure out the ones that are challenging for you and which ones maybe are less challenging, and identify those early so that, you know, your students or yourself can really spend the majority of your time trying to find the data for the challenging pieces of information. So hopefully that's helpful to you. Again, please feel free to submit your questions through the questions pane in your toolbar, and I will get to those. Is it possible to get an extension to your STARS deadline? That's another great question. AASHE does give institutions 12 months to complete their STARS report, and if an institution registered before, I believe it's before January 1st, 2011, then they will be eligible for a 6-month extension. But this 6-month extension is only available to those institutions that registered before the first of the year, and it's only available 60 days prior to your original submission deadline. So what will happen is, if you're interested in this extension, you can contact the STARS team for more information, or once it's 60 days before your deadline, you can go into the STARS reporting tool under the Manage Institution link in the Submission Sets tab and click the green button for the extension, and this will add 6 months to your original submission deadline. Who should be listed as a responsible party? This is another good question. So the responsible party is, STARS asks for a responsible party to sign off on each credit in the technical manual. It's actually, this person will be listed in the STARS reporting tool. It's really important that the responsible party is really the person who's the gatekeeper of the data that we're asking for. This individual may be contacted by the STARS liaison if there are questions about the data or they want to follow up about something. So it's really important that this person is very familiar with the data and also can reference it quickly and easily and knowledgeably. So in case there are questions. I should mention that the responsible party's name is publicly posted on the STARS website next to that credit. However, their contact information is not. At STARS, we try and have a policy where any question that comes in about an institution STARS report goes directly to the STARS liaison, and then that individual can really reach out to the responsible parties on campus to answer questions or gather more information. If you have any questions about that, you can definitely contact us. I have another question here. For those folks that are signatories of the American Colleges and Universities President's Climate Commitment, will STARS reporting eventually sync up with the ACU PCC progress reporting? You know, that's a really great question. I don't think we have anything lined up at this time, but I can get in touch with our IT folks and see if they have any more information about that. Unfortunately, I don't have any details on that right now, but I can definitely get back to you on that. Thanks for that question. What counts for an innovation credit? That's another good question. I'd highly recommend going into the STARS institutions link on our website. I'll just go in there now since we're here. Go in there and click on the Rated Institutions tab, and you can look at any of these school STARS reports and see what they've done for innovation. I think that's a good way to get started. AASHE also outlines in the STARS Technical Manual some factors that we need institutions to consider when dealing with innovation. There's also some really great examples in the STARS Annual Review about really great innovation credits that were submitted. Essentially, innovation credits and points are, awarded for something that goes above and beyond what STARS is already asking for. What is the institutional boundary? This is a great question. An institution will define its institutional boundary as one of the first steps of its STARS reporting process. Essentially, we expect you to be reporting on your main campus, but maybe there are other entities you want to include when you're reporting on each credit. Maybe you're including a university farm, or you know, maybe something that's not typically considered part of the main campus. So really the institutional boundary is the area that the institution identifies that it will be reporting on for each credit. And institutional boundaries are also publicly available in the STARS report. When you click on the name of the institution on this web page, you'll be able to see the institutional boundary at the top of the STARS report. Is there an international version of STARS? It's another good question. AASHE has received a lot of feedback from our international institutions about having a lot of interest in STARS and wanting to participate in the program. And unfortunately, at this time, STARS is only available to institutions in the US and Canada. And the reason for that is because, as many of you can probably guess, metrics are going to vary by the various countries and the way people measure things. So right now, we're gearing everything towards the US and Canada. It doesn't mean that we won't have an international version, but it's not something that's going to happen in the near future. It would require a lot more staff hours, and we're really trying to focus our time on enhancing the current tool at hand. How can data be corrected in the STARS report? This is another good question. I'm going to take you to a spot on the website that explains this information. If you click on the About page, and then you go down here to, I believe it's STARS report accuracy on the left-hand side, and scroll down to the very bottom, you'll see this area, correcting mistakes in a STARS report. And essentially, if an institution submits its STARS report, it no longer has access to the reporting tool to make changes. Therefore, if it notices a mistake, maybe an incorrect URL or decimal points in the wrong place or something like that, it can submit a data corrections request. And in order to do that, all it has to do is the institution just goes to its STARS report online, and there'll be a little icon next to each credit. And just click on that icon. I believe it's a yellow piece of paper and pencil. And just click on that icon, and you can submit your data corrections request right there. I should mention this is not for new information or updates to the credit that have happened since the report has been submitted to AASHE. It's really just to correct mistakes. And we've received several of those. And for transparency reasons, the updated information is included in the STARS report, as is the original information as well. And there's a note next to the credit that this information was updated and the date that it happened and what the update was. And then the last question that I have at this time, so please, again, submit your questions through the questions pane. I'm happy to get to those. But essentially, this question is just asking about how to learn more. And I'm just going to share with you a contact slide that I have here on the PowerPoint. Essentially, learning more about STARS, the best way to do that is to go to our website, stars.aashe.org, or send your specific questions to the STARS staff, stars@aashe.org. You can also post your questions to the AASHE Campus Sustainability Discussion Forums. It's a great way to get feedback from the higher education community. And you can subscribe to the STARS Update, a monthly communication that we send out sharing the most up-to-date information about the STARS program. And of course, if you'd rather talk to someone on the phone, most likely me, you can definitely give us a call, 859-309-6755. So I'm just going to give it another minute to see if there are any last-minute questions coming in. In the meantime, just to reiterate what we talked about on this webinar, there are a lot of great ways to maximize your institution's participation in STARS. Definitely want to commend all of those institutions that are participating. It is Earth Month, so it's a great way to really show your support for sustainability by participating in STARS, renewing your participation in STARS, or really just sharing the information on campus and trying to build some positive recognition for what you're doing and get your institution to sign up. I mentioned the 10 tips to really help you maximize your experience, as well as shared the STARS annual review, a lot of information on our website, like institution STARS reports, and also there's a question coming in asking about the recording being available with the slides. Yes, the recording will be available with the slides on the website. Probably give us a few days to make sure everything gets recorded appropriately, and we can get it up on the website pretty soon for you. Probably in about a week, everything will be posted. And with that, I think we can sign off. If you have any pressing questions after this webinar, again, please feel free to contact the STARS team at stars.aashe.org. Thank you for taking time out of your busy Earth Week to spend a moment with us to learn more about the program and how to really maximize your experience with STARS. Take care, everyone.